So, welcome everybody to Breakthru Monday. This is my first ever Zoom lead, so I've been freaking out a little bit. So tonight's pretty perfect about talking about getting into your fears and really stepping into the uncomfort zone, because I really like talking about this subject. So I've got a few notes, so if I'm looking this way, it's just because I'm reading my notes. So yeah, just bear with me. So firstly, I just want to start with the call with some bit of recognition. If there's somebody you want to recognize who's been stepping out of their uncomfort zone or stepping into their uncomfort zone, or they have been pushing through some barriers, I'd love you to just jump in the chat or open your mic and just share with everybody.
Hey, Rashi, I'll start. I just want to recognize everyone who's on this call tonight and on time. I think it's so cool to see, everyone who, turns up to these calls week in and week out, really looking for something to grow their business, and the kind of people you have to be to do that every single Monday night. It takes something. It definitely takes something. So just massive recognition to everyone on this call. You guys obviously want it. This is the reason we turn up as much as you guys turn up, if not more. And huge congratulations to you guys, because it really does take something. So
cheers, Joshy. Thanks, man. I just want to recognize a couple of people, because I know that this was something that they had to overcome, and this was Paige and Narkweta, hosted their first taster party or launch party. So I just want to recognize them, because they had to obviously step out of their comfort zone and do a bit of presenting and that sort of stuff. So massive congrats to them. I'm not sure if they're online, but that's all right. Is there anyone else that wants to jump in the chat? If not, I'll just carry on.
I'll do it. Just because I want to get laid tonight, so I'm going to put it out to my wife. Here she is. I'll zoom into the shot live. Was it Monday night? No, it's Monday night tonight. It must have been on the weekend. She hosted her first with a new person joined the team. So she sat down half an hour, kind of revealed a new goal, explored actually Dan's site, really well, and felt kind of like a professional network marketer for a while. So wish me luck tonight. Thank you.
Good way, Steve. If you guys don't know, that's my brother. Good way, Ria. Good stuff.
Good luck, Steve. Really good luck to you, man.
So tonight's intention, really just wanting to... Oh, sorry, bro. No, carry on, Matt.
Oh, no, I just wanted to recognise Yaz. For those of you that came to Auckland for MYKO, Yaz decided to get up and share her story. And for weeks before, she was panicking and stressing. Why the hell have I said yes to doing this and all that sort of shit? And I just kind of told her that if it's making you scared and making you really anxious, but excited at the same time, then it's probably a step in the right direction for her in terms of her personal growth and stepping out of her comfort zone. So, well done, babe.
Thank you.
Oh, I've got one more group of people to recognise as well. Everyone who was on my cash flow call the other night, that was another hour of your time that was taken out, but you guys were on there because obviously you want to help your money mindset. So I'm just really want to recognize anyone who's going above and beyond to grow and learn and exceed further than what the average normal is. So everyone who's on that call and who's done the exercises, I'm sure you guys will be getting something from it. I know there's been a few people who have reached out and started chatting to me a little bit about it as well. So massive ups to you guys, because you guys will go far.
Yeah, sure, guys. That's so cool to see everyone sort of stepping out of their comfort zones and really doing the do and just making things happen. It's cool to see. Tonight's intention is literally to push through the fears, to sort of have a better mindset of stepping into the fear. Also just helping ourselves cross the line of actually taking the action, which is stepping into the fear. So what has fear stopped you? Just write this in the chat. So what has fear stopped you from doing? Like, just put it in the chat. What has fear stopped you from doing in your business, in your life? Like, what does it stop you from doing in Isogenics? Yeah, Jaden, judgment. Maxing out business. Nice. Meeting new people. Yeah. Obviously, we all have these stories that go through our head. So these things are going to come up. These barriers are going to come up. So what would your life be like if you didn't have fear? Like, what would your life be like? Yeah, nice. $16,000 per week. Way more exciting, crazy. Yeah, wicked. Just going back onto what fear has stopped you from doing, is literally what it really comes down to is it stops you from helping people and it stops you from earning an income. Like, that's pretty much the basics. If you really break it down, like, this is why we're on here, to learn and to grow. But that's pretty much the basics of what fear is doing to you right now. It's stopping you helping people and it's stopping you getting paid. So would it be of value to you guys if we developed a strong relationship with pushing through those fears? Sweet. Thumbs up. All good. Sweet. So firstly, we need to understand why we need to push through the fears. So if you don't push through your fears, you're never going to get to your dreams and your goals, right? So how do I know that? Well, you're on this Zoom call, so you're obviously not at your dreams and your goals right now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on here learning. You wouldn't be on here having to, push through your fears. You'd already be making lots of money. You'd already be living your dream life. So that's the first thing. You need to know why you're stepping into your fear. You're not going to be living your dreams and your goals if you don't push through your fears. So that's pretty much the reason one. That was the first thing that really clicked with me. Second is, what is fear? Fear is just your imagination. It's just a future thing that we create in our mind. It's literally made up. It's not actually anything physical. It's just something that we put in our mind. This could be fear of rejection. This could be fear of looking stupid. Like, it could be anything. It could be fear of saying the wrong thing. So sorry, it's just reading the chat. This is like, once you understand it's just made up, it's so much easier to push more forward and push through the fears. It's not actually benefiting you in any way, creating these fears. So in saying that, like, how do we overcome it? Like, would you guys want to know some of the things that have really helped me? Sweet. So firstly, you need to understand why you need to push through, because it's going to get you to your goals and your dreams. All right. If you don't, you're going to stay exactly the same person as who you are right now. All right. And if you do, you're stepping one step closer to the person who you need to become, so that you can bring those things into your life. Number two, saying yes to an opportunity before your mind create stories in its head. This really helped me the other day. I'll give an example in a second, but saying our brains have this tendency to create stories after 5 seconds. So if you're saying yes to an opportunity, like doing a taster or like doing a Zoom call like tonight, if you say yes to the opportunity before 5 seconds is up, it's before the stories will get into your head that you will think of, and then you'll say, oh no, I don't want to do it because of this, blah 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 blah. So beating that story is really going to help. 3, change your focus from fear to excitement. So how do I explain this? So rather than thinking something negatively, which is going to create fear, you think of something positive, which is going to create excitement. So for instance, the other day, Joshy called me and he said, how would you like to share on the leadership panel, which down in Wellington? And my first reaction was, yes. I didn't even give it 5 seconds before I said yes. Josh would probably agree with it. It went through my mind and I remember it ticking over, thinking, I've got to say yes, I've got to say yes, I've got to say yes. And I said yes before those stories came into my head. The stories came in after, but that's all right. I've already said yes, right? And then I had the stories go through the negative stories go through my head. So I thought of, I'm speaking in front of Andrew Logan, I'm speaking in front of Jen Patch. These are millionaires. How can I compare to them? Like all these stories came into my head. But I changed focus from fear to excitement. So instead of saying these stories that I'm going to look bad, I'm going to not present very well, I changed it to, what if I impacted one life? Like, what if I impacted somebody's business? Or what if I impacted somebody so much that I got asked to speak at another corporate event? Like, that got me excited. That made me want to step into that role of speaking on stage and being in my uncomfort zone and, stepping into a new version of myself. That changed my whole mindset of why I wanted to do it, right? And so that really, really helped me, like speaking on front of the panel, and it also made me go to work on what I needed to do to be able to speak in front of people rather than just wing it. So yeah, and then probably 4 would be so the more times we step into doing something, the easier it becomes. So the more times you do a 3-way call, the easier it becomes. So there's less fear. So it's more and more easier to do. The more times you speak on a Zoom call, there's less and less fear. So these are my sort of 4 reasons that I've found so far that have really helped me. Is this helping you guys in some way? Like, yeah, cool. Sweet. So yeah, I sort of think of stepping into fear like I'm leveling up myself. So I know that the version of myself now is not going to get me to my dreams and my goals. So I have to step into fear, my uncomfort zone, and that'll level me up to the next version of myself, which is going to get me closer to that, my dream of being home with my wife full time. Can be, whatever you want. So that's how I think of it. And I always have to say yes now, because if I don't, it's going to keep me where I am. And being where I am is not okay for me, because I want the future of being at home with my wife. So, yeah. So what sort of something that you're afraid of? Like, just write it in the chat. Just unmute yourself. Like, what is something that you guys are dealing with right now that you are afraid of? Bridie said going to an event and not what? Oh, on my own and not knowing anyone. So putting things in the chat from Steve. Presenting, yeah, speaking. Yeah, awesome. Getting notes from people. Awesome. Does anyone here have a fear of speaking on a Zoom call? Just be honest. Awesome, Yaz. You're jumping on the Zoom call with me right now.
My turn next time, and I'm petrified.
Thanks for being honest, because like we can just sit in the background for like if we want to, but like it's not going to improve our situation at all. So well done for just saying yes. And like, so what's going through your mind when you're on a Zoom call? Like what has stopped you in the past from jumping on a Zoom call?
Probably not knowing what to say, or what I think I'm saying in my head. My message isn't going to come across everybody else.
Well, you're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, and I really want like people to be engaged, not switch off from what I'm saying. So yeah, I feel pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome. So
practice.
So that's a negative thing in your head, which is creates fear. So what would be something positive that would create excitement for you to jump on a Zoom and share your piece?
Probably more along the lines of maybe it could be impacting somebody on the call, be more value to me sharing my stories, get more practice. And yeah, jumping on a call is practice again and something that I've never done before. So I should be excited to be doing something new and not having fear around it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And so how are you feeling right now? Like how are you feeling at the moment? Are you feeling all right? You're feeling...
Because like we're talking backwards and forwards, but like presenting and everybody and everyone's silent and all the eyes are on you, that's where the panic comes in.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I've had before I got on this call, I was doing the exact same thing. I had these fears going through my head, but yeah, obviously it's not going to help us if we just stay inside those fears and don't push through them. So thank you for jumping on the call with me. But can I really step you into your uncomfort zone, like, and ask you a really hard question that's going to make you feel really uneasy?
Okay, cool, go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is your full name?
Full name? Yasmin Alicia Khan.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask that because we can create these things in our head. Like, right, before I asked you that question, did you have a fear? Like, did you get nervous? Did you have these stories around your head? That would come?
No, because I already knew what my name was.
No, but like before I asked that question.
Yeah, because I was worried that you're going to ask me something that I wouldn't know of.
Yeah, exactly. So like we can have these things that pop into our head, but we don't actually, once we actually do the activity, it's not as bad as what it seems. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Sometimes we can overthink, we can create these stories that just aren't going to be like, that just don't even exist.
Yeah.
So, it was so cool that you just did that right then, because it's so, I know it's such a silly thing, but
I was like, oh, is he going to ask me, like, you feel a bit like tummy nervous?
Yeah, exactly. So you went into the fear and you pushed through it. Yeah. And that's the same feeling that you're going to get when you're doing your first three-way call, doing your first taster. Like, it just becomes more and more common. It's got to be a common feeling to be feeling uncomfortable, if that makes sense.
Obviously, we're so used to feeling comfortable. It's just feels more like secure and nice for us.
Yeah.
We're so used to it. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thanks for jumping on, Jess. So yeah, what is the time? has this like helped you guys tell me in some way like if I'm helping you, or like is there something that you've changed your mindset with? Just write it in the chat just so I know. Like, is there something that you've just learned tonight? Or yeah, just let me know, because this is my uncomfort zone. This has been my number one uncomfort zone from the very beginning, is leading a Zoom call. I don't know why. I'm in front of friends. Like now I'm not feeling so bad, but I've had this story in my head for so long. I even called Josh before saying that I wasn't confident in saying and doing like leading this call, but how am I doing so far? Like, it's not too bad, right? I think it's going all right. Yeah, so I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, sweet. I think. Yeah, cool. So pretty much what I want to do from here is, these are breakthrough action nights. So I want you guys to all message your mentor the next fear or uncomfort zone that you're going to do. Right? So anything that you feel uncomfortable with, message your mentor. Not everything, but the next. Yeah. Yeah, so book it in, like let them know when you're going to do it by, and let them know what it is that you're actually going to do.
Josh, I'll message you.
Right, I just said examples: hosting a taster party, doing a 3-way call, presenting, doing your first Zoom call, doing a live on Facebook. Yeah, Josh just said messaging your chicken list. That is what I want you to book in. So book in with your mentor what it is you want to do, what your fear is that you want to do, kind of like push through. And second is to before what time you want to do it by. And then third, I want you to tell them what positively excites you about doing it. So what is exciting about doing that thing that you're afraid of? Sweet. And then once you've done that, I want you to get uncomfortable. Do something that's not, like, for the next 30 minutes, try and find something that you can do that's going to put you in an uncomfort zone. So it could be, like Josh said, messaging your chicken list. It could be just bringing someone out of the blue to invite to celebration. It could be just inviting someone to a taster. It could be messaging your first 10 people. It could be, just something that really just makes you feel a little bit uneasy, and just do it anyway. So we'll just do that for the next, you can do that until you've done 1 or 2 or 3. Just do as many as you want. Like, the more you do, the more you're going to impact your business. So once you've done that, you can just carry on doing 3 by 3 by 3, and yeah, keep on messaging people, inviting to celebration. Or yeah, hope that's helped so far, guys. I'm gonna do my uncomfortable zone.
Smashing it, Brycey.
Cheers, Joshy.
Hey Brycey, could you just chuck those 3 things that we need to message that person about? Could you just type them in the chat?
Yes, sweet as.
That'd be cheers.
Does anyone want to unmute their line and share what they want to, their 3 things?
I can.
Good stuff, babe.
Cool. So I just started relief teaching again. So I want to talk to at least one person in my work team about isogenics by the end of this week. And I'm excited to just potentially help someone, I guess, and share what I'm passionate about. Sure.
Woohoo! Good stuff, babe. Does anyone else want to share?
Yeah, I'll do mine. So mine's actually sharing on a Zoom call. Yes, Josh, I know. So I don't like sharing what I have to say because I don't feel like it is going to add any value to anybody. So jumping on a Zoom call and sharing, and I'm going to do it now. And I'm excited because somebody might actually get some value from what I have to say.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Rhea. You're a new version of yourself. It's so cool. Good work. So proud of you. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing. Like, it can be something really like seems so simple as like putting a video on for the Zoom call. Like, I remember that me and Bridie, when we first started, that was such a weird thing for us to do. Like, that was our uncomfort zone back then. Like, it doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be something that's, you know, like, it doesn't have to be this grand thing. It can just be something that's gonna put you in that uncomfort zone, but you push through it and you become a different version of yourself. You smashed it, Rhea. Good stuff.
Oh shit, I can't let you show me up. No, it's quite funny. We do these calls, and Bryce added tons of value, and I think it's also by making it more common and more talked about. Why are you laughing, Josh? Because I do the whole thing. Those stories we always talk about, and every time I walk away from this, I'm not gonna make any more stories. And a week later, I'm making stories again. Because my biggest fear, as I messaged you, Bryce, is still actually just talking about isogenics. I've come this far already. It's like so many months in. I know the good it can do. I know all the benefits. I know the point of talking to people about it. But you still sit there going, this person's going to judge me, or, you know, it's like, oh no, they're going to think I'm that person, or distance themselves, or just all the stuff, all those stories. But it's quite funny, the ones you do message, and then you put down the phone going and just wait. But either there's silence, and, you know, it doesn't affect me, which is great, or you get actually the best value conversations from them. It's just a no, and you carry on. They know where you're at. You've laid it all out in the line, and, you know, you come away feeling really good about it. And the ones that are kind of interested, you know, the next step is getting them properly interested. But yeah, you find people are just happy to talk, and I think you'd move away from that feeling of, I'm just slowly trying to inch into their lives and then coerce them into doing something, rather than actually, hey, this is what it is, jump on, you know, and face that fear, Steve. So, you know, but I'm still a man. Cheers, guys.
Awesome work, Steve. No, it's so cool. And I'm sure, I know other people are in the exact same situation. Like, we all go through it. We all have these stories that go through our heads, like sharing that these amazing products. And we know that, like Steve said, we know that it can benefit people, yet we sometimes can't get the words out, or create these stories. So thanks, Steve. That was really cool for you jumping on and sharing.
Steve, it's actually good to see you on this call, mate. You're actually there.
Must be something in it for you.
can I just say something? It actually isn't related to what we're talking about, but it's on my brain. If anyone's trying to message someone on Instagram, but like on your laptop you can't message them, can you? So if you download an app called Flume, all your Instagram messages come up so you can type on your laptop, if you don't already know. But yeah, Flume, Flume.
All right, guys, it's pretty close to 10 o'clock. So cheers for jumping on tonight's call. I hope that this has given you some sort of growth in some way. Just chuck in the chat if it has given you some growth or it has allowed you to step into your uncomfort zone a little bit more easier. That's good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. and we'll catch you again next Monday. Yeah, thanks for jumping on. It's cool to see you guys. See you later.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks, Lucy.
See you next week,
Awesome,
guys.
cool. Thank you.
Good job, Bryce.
Bye, Bryce.
Thanks, Ria. Thanks, Steve.